Hi there, everyone. It's Mrs. Bailey, and today we are going to be reading Do You Wonder About Rain, Snow, Sleet, and Hail? Now, this is a book about the water cycle. It was written by T. Albert, and it's illustrated by Ma Illustrations. And it's a monkey pen book, so it's free to all children. And as with all of the books that I read, I really encourage you to read along. So let's get started. Hi, I am Professor Moiture. Now, I have no idea if I'm saying his name correctly or not, guys. And I will be telling you about water. You can call it rain. You can call it snow. You can call it sleet. You can call it hail. But it's water all the same. Did you ever wonder how old water is or where it comes from? The answers may surprise you. I wonder how old it is. Now, guys, did you know that rain, snow, sleet, and hail are all just forms of water? Let's find out about them. See if the book tells us. The next time you see a pond or even a glass of water, think about how old that water might be. Do you really want to know? I thought you did. I do really want to know. Did you brush your teeth this morning? I hope you did. Well, some of the water that you used could have fallen from the sky yesterday, a week ago, or a month ago. It's pretty new. Yet, some part of that water is very old and was around during the time of the dinosaurs or even longer. Some, though, could be a little newer, like from the time the pharaohs were building the pyramids. Oh, wow. So even when the pyramids were built, that's still a super long time ago. But the dinosaurs? That's hundreds of millions of years ago. That's really old. So I guess what they're saying, because it has a diaper on this glass of water, they're calling that new water. So the water that you drank or used today, brushing your teeth or taking a bath or just drinking, that new water that you drank, parts of it are from millions of years ago when the dinosaurs were around. So I think they're saying that we're sharing the same water that the dinosaurs used to drink. I gotta find out about this. You see, there is only a limited amount of water, and it gets recycled. Yep, it keeps going round and round. We call it the water cycle. Okay, so I know what recycling is. I bet you do too. I bet you probably have recycling in your home or maybe your classroom. So it sounds like they're saying the same way we may recycle a plastic bottle, somehow the earth recycles water. I'm wondering about this. Yes, you have a question? No, it's not like a jet ski or a bicycle for water. It is nothing you can ride. It is how water keeps going round and round. Let me explain. First, I would like to say that water is very important. Imagine an empty lake. The fish would be very unhappy. I don't think those fish could even live in that little tiny bit of water, do you? Imagine an empty ocean. Your day at the beach would be like going to a desert. Goodness gracious. Well, at least they're dressed for a desert since they're in their bathing suit. And out in a desert, it would be really hot, like this little poor crab is saying. Poor thing. Also, since you are mostly made up of water, let's just say you would be a lot lighter. I guess so. The water cycle has 4 parts: evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and collection. Okay, I have a feeling they're going to tell us about all of those parts. Let's find out. Evaporation is when the water in an ocean, lake, pond, river, or stream is heated by the sun and turns into a vapor or steam. It then floats into the air. Okay, you know what? I have seen stuff like this before. I live here in Florida and it can get really hot, and I have seen after a big rain, the water that is puddled on the road starts steaming and it turns into a vapor, which is a gas, and it starts rising, I guess, up into the air. It looks like a fog or a mist all over the road. So now I have found out that that's evaporation, and it's floating into the air. That's pretty cool. Of course, when you are out on a hot day or you exercise, you sweat. Well, guess what? That evaporates too. Okay, so his sweat right there, it's water, and it evaporates too. So it starts rising just like this water in the ocean, or ponds, rivers, or streams, or like that water that I see on the roads, and it starts rising into the sky. It's turned into water vapor or gas. What about those drops of dew on leaves or the grass? Yes, they too evaporate and become a part of the water cycle. Condensation is when the water vapor is cooled and changes back into a liquid and turns into clouds. Okay, so all of that water that was heated by the sun starts rising into the sky, and it says that that water vapor starts cooling down as it gets higher and higher. And when it cools down, it turns into these clouds. That's pretty cool. Precipitation is when the air in the clouds cannot hold any more liquid and it falls back to the ground. Okay, so when these clouds get super full of that water vapor and the clouds can't hold any more, the water has to come down some way, and right here it looks like it's coming down as rain. Well, we've all seen rain. Did you know that it's also called precipitation? Let's see if anything else is called precipitation. It returns in different ways, depending on the temperature and where it comes down. It can fall as rain. Okay, that's what we just saw. Or it can fall as snow. We don't get snow down here. I'm jealous of you guys who do. So I guess when it's in a super cold temperature and the clouds get really full, it comes down as snow. Did you know that no two snowflakes are the same? I did know that. It can return as sleet, which is like a rain that is almost frozen. So I bet sleet kind of hurts when it hits you. Or it can come as hail, which are frozen balls of rain that can break windows and dent cars. Ugh, I have seen hail before, and it does. It looks like little ice cubes, doesn't it? No matter how it comes down, the liquid, or the precipitation, is collected and stored. This is collection. It can fall into the ocean, lake, pond, river, or stream. If it lands on the ground, it may flow into a river or be sucked up by the soil. It may even pass through the ground to an underground lake or river to be used later. Okay, so those bodies of water that they were talking about earlier, such as lakes, oceans, streams, rivers, those are where water is stored when it comes back down through precipitation. And that's called collection. That's where the water is collected, in all of those places. Now, what happens tomorrow when the sun comes out? That's right. The water cycle starts over again. So when they were talking about the water cycle just going round and round and round, basically what they're saying is that the water is continuously moving through the land, the air, and different bodies of water, such as lakes, ponds, rivers, or stream. And this is what is called the water cycle. It's being recycled so that we, millions and millions, even billions of years later, can still use that same exact amount of water that was put on the earth in the first place. Oops, the sun is out. Don't worry, Professor Moitior will return. After all, I am a part of the water cycle. Evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and collection. So that was a cute book. I like that. That was a little bit of science. Now over here on the water cycle page, we've got a diagram that shows us the different phases of the water cycle. We have evaporation. That's when this pond right here, it looks like the sun right here is heating up the pond. It's starting to evaporate and turn into a gas, a water vapor, and go up into the sky. And it's forming clouds, which is condensation. When those clouds get super full, it results in precipitation, which can be rain, snow, sleet, or hail, and they come down and they fall into, it looks like this one is falling into the ocean. That's where it's being collected. It can be collected in a variety of different places. Right here it says collection. So here's the ocean, and over here is a pond. And then it just starts right back over again. So down here it says, did you know some of the water we drink is older than the earth, the solar system, and even older than the sun? Goodness gracious, that's really, really old. I don't even think I can imagine how old that is. Our bodies are made up mostly of water, and we depend on it to survive. So drink up. I hope you all drink plenty of water every day, especially when you're getting hot and you're playing outside. So that was a really cute book, guys. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Until next time, have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.